We are back with some more retro card predictions. We've talked about some of what Rectangular has leaked already, but now we're going a little off script. We're going to dive into what we think would be cool for a Retro Hulk series. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Strong Collectors Podcast. I'm your host Dakota, here with my co-host Jordan, and today we are going to do a little bit of speculating. We think there's a lot of retro cards out there. We've got the Avengers retro card, Spider-Man, X-Men, Ghost Rider, Fantastic Four, Iron Man. Where's the Hulk retro card? It's got to be coming, right? Let's talk about what we think could be on that retro card. I think this one would have a lot of deluxe figures, or at least I hope it would have a lot of deluxe figures.
I think by nature, you almost have to with
right.
the scale, or the character.
I think this would probably be on the lighter side, kind of like we talked about Ghost Rider. Probably not going to be quite as filled out as maybe the Fantastic Four could be. But there's still some cool characters that we could get here. So I'm going to start off with the deluxe characters that I think we should be getting in this wave. I think you're obviously going to need a new Hulk, because what's a retro Hulk wave without a retro Hulk? So probably it would be cool if we got some new articulation here, maybe a little bit more of like the forward butterfly joint, because he's got really far back, but there's not a lot of you can't punch across with him. So, and that's hard to do.
A proper thunderclap.
True. So I think
that would be cool if you could have him do that.
That's something that Hasbro's got to kind of work on. I understand that it's going to kind of mess up the sculpt with like cutting into his muscle in the front, but figure it out. Then I think we get, and I don't know if this would be in this wave or if this would be like in another Avengers thing, but we got that first appearance Hulk from the 2-pack with Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner.
So I think we could get a green version of that. I don't know if you would have two green Hulks in the same wave, so maybe he would be somewhere else. But I wouldn't really want that first appearance Hulk to be the Hulk for the retro card, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
maybe that. But getting outside of Hulk himself, I think we could get a leader Hulk, because pretty sure in the cartoons he somehow gets himself all jacked, and then you can just slap a leader head on the Hulk body and boom. There it is.
There you go.
And then I also think we could get a new Wendigo, because
yes,
we've gotten the one from the Fin Fang Foom wave. Not bad. I don't know if I've ever actually had that one. I think I have. It's been a long time though. We've got the Build-A-Figure, but I think they could do. I kind of imagine more of that like Alpha Flight comic.
Yes.
If you know what I'm talking about. That's the Wendigo I would like. So hopefully we get that. The closest thing to that is the Sasquatch variant from the Apocalypse wave. But that doesn't really hold up that great in articulation and legend stuff today. So make a deluxe Wendigo.
I don't love the Build-A-Figure Wendigo. I just never really liked even that head sculpt. So I think you could make him more of that Sasquatch kind of look.
Right.
What I would go for. And that would make more sense, I think, for the animated series, if that's kind of the vibe.
Yeah. And then the last one I have on the deluxe card would be a deluxe Zax. Is that how you're supposed to say that?
I think so. I always said it Zaz, but I think that's wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. 3 Z's AX. So I'm honestly surprised we haven't gotten him yet. Is that how you spell his name? ZZ A? I don't know. I remember him always being like last in the like encyclopedias and stuff. So I don't know how popular he actually is in the comics, but he always stuck out to me when I was reading those as a kid. And I'm surprised they haven't done it, because it doesn't seem like it would be too hard to do. And I would think you'd be able to reuse some parts to make Proteus as well. So, it's not just a one and done. They could reuse the sculpt and make us build a figure for an X-Men wave. So
could I?
Yeah. What do you got?
The deluxes. I was thinking, well, if we're doing Wendigo, maybe it would be possible to just get a Sasquatch. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he was in that show.
Yeah, I think
I'm not sure if that would require some changes or what that would be. The other one I thought of was, remember that guy By Beast?
Yeah, true.
Where he's got like a double layered head thing. I
Yeah.
remember him fighting the Hulk a lot. I don't know if he was in the show. I didn't watch the show much, but I know he kind of was crossing paths with the Hulk
Mm-hmm.
back in the day. So I could see him being one that we haven't gotten in Legends form. That would be
Mm-hmm.
kind of unique. I feel like there's got to be some other giant monsters he fights
Yeah.
as well.
A Mech Hulk.
Yo, yeah, people love that. The Mecha Hulk, so
Mm-hmm.
that could be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to stick with the retros and not go into the like more newer.
Yeah.
You know, didn't you talk about an A-bomb?
Yeah, I would love an
A-bomb,
A-bomb,
like that wouldn't
not necessarily. Yeah.
What an Abomination?
Abomination would be good. We've gotten
Classic, like more like the Toy Biz one, maybe.
Yeah, I do like that Toy Biz one. That's probably my favorite look. It's just he's not super articulated, and he's just like he's might as well be a select almost.
Yeah,
but I like him. I mean, we've gotten that one, his alternate with the like messed up face. There's two, like the Build-A-Figure, and then the other one that came in whatever that box set was. And then the Gameverse one. So we could use another one.
I think that'd be cool though.
Yeah. What about for regular figures, Jordan?
Yes, for some regular figures, I think we've got the opportunity for what could be a couple civilians. I'm going to say, I think you could use a Betty Ross.
Yeah,
of course. Just obviously important to the story there. Another one I think would be cool that I think a lot of people would want is a Rick Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I know he has not been too prominent in the comics lately, but of course very important to the early Avengers stories and the Hulk story. So I think people would really go for a Rick Jones. Mm-hmm. That'd be a civilian they'd be happy with. A General Ross, I think would be good.
Yeah.
And I guess somewhat civilian-y, but not a Doc Samson.
Yeah.
We do have the early
Fin Fang Foom. Yeah.
Right. So I think he's definitely due.
Oh yeah.
For a new one. But Dakota, what kind of haircut should he have?
I would say the long hair.
Or would he come with two heads?
Oh, I think that's probably the idea.
I think Doc Samson would be cool.
Yeah.
I would like to see him. And we could also get, I think, a new She-Hulk would make sense. What do you think that could look like?
I mean, I think it would be cool. Obviously, people want like the leotard one, but I could see kind of like more like first appearance She-Hulk with, because I know they did that with, I think, the Fin Fang Foom Wave also, and then they had the SDCC one where it's kind of the like white torn clothes. I think you could do a redo of that, and I think they did soft goods for that, but I wouldn't really want to sculpt that in plastic, and I think that'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I think She-Hulk would make a lot of sense. And then for maybe some bad guys, we could get into, of course, you need the leader.
Mm-hmm.
I know we got the leader.
It was in that Gamerverse Abomination one, I think.
Right. But I don't know. They could do what they did. Remember the old Face-Off ones where he had one was the like normal head and the other one was like the gross looking brain head.
Right.
I kind of think that's a cool look for him. So
yeah,
I could see that happening as a leader. But yeah, I think those would be kind of a couple, non-deluxe type figures that could round out the wave.
Yeah.
As I'm getting to it, trying to think who else we could throw in there.
You could always throw in another Bruce Banner now that they've got it, but I don't think many people would want that. Because it's the Bruce Banner we've got is fine enough. I mean, you just give him probably just different color clothes, but at that point, is it necessary? Probably not. And the 2-pack is so cheap right now that if you wanted a Bruce Banner, you probably have one. But yeah, I think same with like Betty Ross would be kind of hard to do, or like a hard sale. So I feel like that would almost be more of like if they did this as like VHS packs, kind of like they're doing with Spider-Man, where it's like you get Hulk and then more of like that
Betty
civilian
Ross.
type Betty Ross, or you get the Mech Hulk with the leader. You get Abomination with General Ross.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be a good way to push some of the more civilian types. And I think that could be kind of cool packaging too, even though it's not usually windowed, but that could be cool.
Yeah.
Definitely some in here
Yeah,
I
and again,
want.
I think, yeah, kind of like you said, not, I don't think as expansive or comprehensive, but I think if they at least did like a wave, you could
Mm-hmm.
probably knock out most of the significant Hulk figures I think
Exactly.
people would want.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, I don't think there's anything in here that's completely unreasonable for Hasbro to do. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think this is probably, I don't imagine that they would have all these other retro lines from all the cartoons and then not make a retro Hulk.
mm-hmm.
Because I just think that would be so cool to be able to display your, retro Spider-Man on his card, retro Iron Man on his,
Yeah.
and you can kind of like, then you don't have to have a whole complete, a lot of people do, but you don't have to have a whole complete retro Spider-Man on card, because there's so many figures out on that card. You could just do your main characters from each one, and I think that would be kind of cool. So
Yeah.
may have to backtrack and get some of those. And Spider-Man's down, so it'd be a good time to buy him. But
Circle back
anyway,
around.
let us know what we missed. Make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing. We still have the giveaway going on, so go back to the retro X-Men predictions. Leave a comment there. That'll get you entered to win. And we're going to be doing that giveaway here pretty soon. So like, share, subscribe, and stay strong.